I don't think I have ever been more prepared for a KVK than this one. Join me for a breakdown of this KVK and what my account is looking like as we go into it. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms gameplay episode from your very own Shappy Gaming. If you're new to the channel, my name's Shappy. I am a sponsored Rise of Kingdoms content creator, and today we are talking about this KVK right here, which is one of the strangest KVKs I have ever been in, and I have been in a lot of KVKs, but this one is a little odd. Let me give you a quick look at who's in this KVK. So this is the KVK. I'm in 2098 still. And we are technically in the Lycia camp, which is that bottom right camp. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 28 kingdoms in this KVK. Now, I thought 2098 was like, maybe we're low B seed right now. I don't know what the hell we are. Lilith has thrown the seeds out the window. They're gone. But here's the matchup. So I'm in Lycia, and we got some pretty cool folks in this camp. I don't really know how our power shakes up here, but if we take a look at the teams, we're Lycia and Mycenae. And what I'm generally seeing here is we have a bunch of kingdoms that have decent fighting levels. That's like my biggest takeaway here. So that's what the matchup is. It's bottom versus top, and we are in the new KVK. I'm so excited. I've always wanted to play like the new KVKs as they come around. We're in the Song of Troy KVK. I've picked Artemis here. Here's the talent tree for this. I'm pumped. This is going to be an awesome KVK. I have this sacrificial thing. I've got the moonlit paths. I am pumped to automatically just teleport my troops to someone's Sao in the middle and just get some really good fighting off the bat, especially as we look at like Zone 5 and things like that. So I'm super excited about that. I think that's going to be really, really good for me and really, really good for my account. And right now we're doing Marauders, well, trying to do Marauders. I really dislike what Lilith has done here, where they've now put Marauders in the KVK. This is the worst decision probably ever, because now you have to choose between Marauders and KVK Barbs. And to be honest, most people are going to choose KVK Barbs. That's just what I've seen. Don't necessarily agree with it, but like, even so, like these zones are so small that I'm competing with like 8 kingdoms for Marauders, which is just disgusting. So anyhow, let's dive in to my account and how I am looking for this KVK. Because again, I have never been this ready for a KVK in my entire Rise of Kingdoms career. Full stop. So for resources, I have a ton. I've gathered some of these, most of these, but a lot of it is rollover from the gift that I got from the person who left our kingdom last KVK. I've spoken about him in a couple of videos. This shouldn't be any news to anyone. So I'm in really good shape. I did some gathering. I still have a little bit of resources on my farm that I can pull in if I need to. Realistically, I'm sitting somewhere around 5 billion gold. And then, I don't know, probably 6.5 billion stone, 4.5 billion wood, and then probably 9.5 million food. So I'm okay there. But let's look at the total resources, because this is what y'all really care about. This is crazy. I have never had this many resources. I don't even think I'm going to use them all up, which is great. I'm super pumped. Resources are always my biggest problem. What this means, though, is that my biggest problem now going in this KVK is actually going to be time, because I need to be able to play enough to actually burn through these resources. From a speed up standpoint, I'm loaded, dude. I'm so loaded. I have over 2,000 days of universal speed ups, 260 days of training, 257 days of research, and 75 days of building. I've already started upgrading some of my structures here, and I am going to buy the pop-up bundles. So this is more than enough for this KVK, I will be totally okay. Typically, I'll go through, I don't know, 200 to 500 days of speed ups, so I'm not remotely concerned. But the other thing that gets me really pumped is actually my commanders and equipment. So let's dive in here and let me show you what I got. So for Arthur, here is our equipment, and I'm running Arthur Achilles. I already maxed Achilles. I think this is great. This is a very good set that is at a very good stopping point. I've got the all damage from both of these pieces, so I'm pumped. I have the attack reduction there. I'm not doing anything to this set right now. And then here is my combo damage armament setup. I got Steel Skin, Pummeler, Warcry, Causative, and Relentless. I don't think I could do much better, to be honest. This is my only legendary inscription. So, well, one of my only legendary inscriptions. So he's great. His kills are at 9.182 million kills. We are going to be doing a video at the end of KVK where I go through and see exactly how all my commanders perform. So if you haven't already, do hit that subscribe button right over there, bottom right-hand corner. Hit the bell so you get notified because you're not going to want to miss that one. That is one of my viewers' favorite videos ever. So we have that. Now, we can look at the Archer setup, which is equally as goated in my opinion. Yes, I have Milky Way. Don't lay into me. I can't dismantle it. Guys, I just can't. It's stuck at this point. So we have the Milky Way, which I crit. Gives me 16% Archer health. That's in good spot. I'm not really going to be doing much with any of this. Archer pants, I don't have the damage to troops on the map, but this set is not really much of a priority for me to fix. Yes, I know I probably shouldn't have the concealed dagger, but he doesn't need horn anyways, so it's fine. As for this armament set, it's not my best, but I think it's as good as I could get. I got Furious on here, Spirited, QSH is pretty much always over 70% rage. Cohesive, deal 2 extra damage when it has over 50 units remaining, which is pretty much a flat 2 damage bonus. And Artisan, which gives me 3% more skill damage and 1.5% more counterattack damage, which QSH really needs from a swarm-proof standpoint. So this setup's in great shape too. Then we got BQ over here, and this equipment set may get a little bit better. No, probably not. So this is the equipment set that I'm going to be running here. We've got this with the damage on the troops. And then shield is also at level 2. No sense in bringing this up because I don't need damaged armies and garrisons. So this is probably going to stay where it is. Let's go back and show you QSH's kills real quick. There we go. We got 7,160,000. So not too bad there. As for BQ, he is sitting at 5.272 million kills. I hope that number goes up pretty significantly. It really should. BQ is kind of a beast. So as for my formation here, this is great. I got Imploder, I got War Hunger, that's a 1.5% damage, all damage bonus. Vitality gives me a little bit of health. Rattling, again, 4% all damage bonus pretty much. And then I got 2% damage there. This setup's pretty great. I'm even if I get a legendary inscription, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it there. So there's BQ. He is also in great shape. Then we got Ragnar. Yes, I'm bringing Ragnar back into the lineup. Deal with it. I don't know what the right infantry setup is. I've been having a really hard time figuring out how to get my infantry to perform a little bit better. I'm bringing Ragnar back in. Now, there is a little secret that we'll talk about here. This set is okay. It's not the best. It could be better. I don't like that I have the flag here, but I don't have the materials to forge another ring. I also only have this at level 2, and it should be level 4. Yeah, could be better. It will be at some point. I think my immediate priority is actually to upgrade my Ho Chi Bing set, so we'll look at that in a sec. As for Ragnar, he is at 5.6 million kills going into this KVK, which is pretty good. And his armament setup is actually pretty good. I got Craze here, Devious, Defiant. This is fine. And then Focus Fire. So overall, it's pretty good. I got 6.5% infantry march speed plus the flag, so Ragnar should not be super slow, which tends to be the biggest problem that I see people have with him. And more importantly, I am 30 legendary armaments away from getting one more of these rare inscriptions. Or gosh, just give me a legendary inscription, Lilith. Just do it. One day. So that's Ragnar. Again, he's in pretty good shape. Here's his kill count, 5.607. And let's take a look at Ho Chi Bing. So Ho Chi Bing is a set that I need to work on. I don't have the weapon to level 2, which I really should for enemy defense ignored. And then these pants are level 3, and I'd like to get them to level 4. It's just going to be a question of, am I going to have the materials? Also, this chest piece should also be level 4. So this is really where I'm focusing my time right now from an equipment standpoint. It's okay. From a kills, he's at 25 million kills. Wow, Ho Chi Bing has done a lot of damage over the years. So this I'm sure will go up, but this is probably one of my weakest marches that I have. And if you check my video that I did last time on the top right, you can actually see Ho Chi Bing really didn't do all that well. But from an armament standpoint, he's kind of chilling. I got Hunter on here, Boiling Blood, Brawler, and Focus Fire with some pretty nice stats. So not too bad. I think he's in a good spot. My Siege may actually see a little bit of action this KVK because my set is actually in a pretty good spot. So here's my set. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. And I will just, if I'm going to throw out Siege, I'll probably just steal something from another set, put the ring in the horn here and run that. Gajamata is 5551 and my Cordoba is maxed, so I'm in a good spot there. I have really good inscriptions here. Probably the best that I could get. I have not gone through and transmuted some of these things. I probably will when I field this march, but overall, I'm pretty happy with this. I think this march can do all right. Again, Gajmata has like almost no kills because I haven't really used Siege, but yeah, I think I'll probably use some Siege this KVK. Scipio, I just need to show you guys his kills. He's at about 20.1. So not too bad. I think he may get benched this KVK. Spoiler alert. Zhuge Liang, he is at 25.3. So not too bad. And of course, Achilles, he is at 0. So this is going to be the big measure of whether this investment was good for me or not. I think that it was a good investment. I also heard a rumor that in this KVK, you're able to get a relic for Achilles, which I may end up using. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll make him an infantry commander. I got no idea. But if I do that, there's a fun little thing that I can do. And that is, and I guess I'll just skip ahead and talk about it. And that is Max Phillip. So I spoke to Chadsky about this because, you know, I didn't want to make any decisions on my own. And he said that Ragnar Phillip was a great mark for him. He's used it. He's been happy with it. And I have 915 heads. The next infantry commander could be really good. But candidly, I think having Phillip in my lineup is going to be so incredibly important just because the all damage bonus that he's going to give the other marches that I'm running, that I think this might actually be a worthy investment. I have been going through and buying dailies for him. He's about half maxed right now. So realistically, if I choose to max him, it'll put me down just under 600 and something heads. I have enough gems that when they release the infantry commander, I should be able to max him anyways. And also realistically, like, I don't need to be maxing these commanders until I actually need to use them. So I'm thinking I may end up maxing Phillip. He's got 0 kills, I think. Yeah, he's never really been used. So if I do that, I could run Arthur Phillip, and then I could put Achilles behind someone. So we got options here, which I'm pumped about. As for Joan, she's got 21.3 million kills, and she's going to be with Ho Chi Bing. We got Luce. He's at 25.6 million kills. He's going to grow, I'm sure. We got Attila. I'm just going to show him because he's my biggest killer, 68 million kills. I think he may end up getting thrown in. Maybe I'll run Attila Phillip as a 6 march. Who knows? We'll find out. And that's mostly what we got here. We got Attila, Joan, Luce. I already showed Achilles. Herman's not going to see the field. William Wallace probably won't either. I will show you William the First just in case. He's at 15.1, but I don't think he's getting fielded this KVK. Again, Cordoba is at 139,000. He will probably see some action this time around, which I think is really exciting. And that's just about it. The marches I am planning on running are Arthur Achilles, QSH with Zhuge Liang, Bai Chi with Luce, Ragnar with Scipio, Ho Chi Bing with Joan, Gaja with Cordoba, and again, I may bring in Phillip to the lineup. So that's what we got. My kill points are sitting at 6.29. My goal is to try and get to like 6.8 or so minimum. If I can actually hit 7, that would be a huge win. As for my deads, I have 32 million deads. I've been playing this game for a long time. So no surprises there. That will probably go up substantially as well. So that's what we're looking like going into this KVK. I'm super excited. If you are too, let me know in the comment section below. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, let me hear them. I will be buying the pop-ups. So if you guys do want to leave a super thanks or become a member, it means a lot to me. Thank you all. Chappy out.